Hi everybody, it's Mr. D at In the Middle with Mr. D1 at blogspot.com. I am out of school for summer, hallelujah. So grateful for this rest that's coming. I know a lot of the country is also out of school now, but many of you are facing your last days, your last weeks of school, and those can be so challenging. So today I want to share some things that I've learned that have helped me craft my philosophical approach to these last days to help it be as easy as possible. The first year I taught school many years ago, I was determined to keep every routine, every ritual, right down until the last day, which was not a good move. I created such a pressure cooker in my classroom that on the last day, I had about 40 students, and they started chanting the two different high school chants that they were going to, and I thought that they were going to take over my classroom, pick me up and throw me out the door. Like, it just felt so out of control. And I know that I caused that and I allowed that. And so I, over the years, have learned how to kind of approach these last weeks once the concert is over. The number one thing that I've done over the years is to give everyone rope, give them slack. When those students come in after your concert is over and they're not following procedures, they're not going straight to their chair and doing what they're supposed to do, you have a choice in that moment. You can get up in front of the class and yell and scream to the top of your lungs and say things like, you know what you're supposed to do. You know what the routine is. Why aren't you doing it? And then you cause the students to do this and fight against you for the rest of the time. Or you can go over to a group of students who isn't doing what they're supposed to do at the start of class, and you can look at them and say, how are you doing? And you can ask them questions about what they're talking about, or you can pretend to eavesdrop and you can handle it lightly, and then you can help the kids over to their seats and get started with class. And you can be patient and you can be understanding, because the way that you feel about the end of the year coming as an adult, you need to multiply that times 100, because they're middle school kids. They are so excited. Many of them are going to burn bridges at the end. Many of them are going to break dress code. They're going to do things to see if you're noticing, because they are ready to be done, and that's just where they are in their emotional development. And how you handle those situations will make the end of your school year harder or easier. So the question becomes, where do you draw the line? Like, what do you allow and not allow? I can hear the questions out there as I say these words. The number one focus, it needs to be their safety. So you have to make every decision about their safety. It does not have to be about you keeping the first part of your class 3 minutes long as it's been all year, or whatever those things are that we hold on to that make us feel like we've got the structure that we need. We need to let go of some of that structure with those kids in order to help them survive and help you survive, and to help them cooperate with you as you move towards the end of the year. Like, let go of some of those incredible structures that you've put into place at the end of the year, but do focus 100% on keeping them safe, because things happen. Kids decide to fight at the end of the year, for example. How are you going to make sure that doesn't happen? Well, my number one way is to make sure that the lessons that I'm doing at the end of the year are as engaging as possible, that they want to do them. They want to create, for example, like we do a parody project. We have a musical at the end of the year. My students love doing this parody project. I know that they love it. They make videos. They make a parody of a song from the show. They work in groups. They get to do all kinds of fun writing and acting and stuff, and they love that. So you have to find what your students love, and then you have to make sure they're doing those things that are engaging to them, so that they're looking forward to those at the end of the year, or to come into your class at the end of the year and working with you, not against you. Now, give that rope to your colleagues, to the parents, and to your administrators, because sometimes the schedules at the end of the year are crazy. We don't know if we're going to see students in a given class. There are awards ceremonies. There's all kinds of things that can interrupt. We've all got to be flexible, and we all have to just be willing to roll with it at the end of the year. So that's my best words of advice that I can give to you if you're still facing it. I hope that you will go to my blog and read some other classroom management techniques and send people there who need some help with classroom management. Good luck as you face the end of the year. and I'm going to be doing a lot more posts this summer on YouTube and Facebook Live, so make sure you're subscribed to my email list at inthemiddlewithmrd@gmail.com. Just write subscribe in the subject line and we'll get you on so you know when these things are coming. Have a great summer once you get there, and if you're already there, enjoy every minute.